Man, it's cold out. Cold and windy. This is the problem with the Midwest, is it's cold and windy all the time. Chris here with Barnyard Outdoors. I am going to be making lunch out here, and I had a certain piece of gear I was going to use for lunch. It's windy, it's cold, and then I got something new. I got something new that I ordered, and I thought I would use that to make lunch today, and it's this. This is the Pathfinder 1-quart bush pot. This thing is great. I've been waiting for something like this. I love the Pathfinder bush pot. I think it's great. The only problem is sometimes it's just a little too big for one person to take. So they came out with this. It's the same as the big bush pot, just smaller. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is going to be perfect for this lunch. Originally, I was going to use what has become my favorite pot, which is this. This is the 48-ounce pot from Self Reliance Outfitters as well, Pathfinder school. And this thing is great. This is a great size and everything. It's just, it doesn't have all the features of the bush pot. So I was excited when the new one came out, and I thought I'd still bring this one out because I wanted to kind of compare the two. They're literally identical when it comes to the diameter. The only difference, of course, is the actual height and the amount of fluid this holds. This works great and has been working great for a long time, so I'm really excited to get this out and try it out here when I'm out in the cold and the wind. Again, 2 days ago I was in shorts, it was beautiful, and now I'm back in the puffy coat and I'm cold. I'm cold. It's actually 37 degrees. It's really windy, the clouds are moving in and out, so sometimes the lighting's great, sometimes the lighting's horrible. Sorry. That's all I can say. There's nothing I can do about it. Out of my control. So let's talk about lunch. This is a really simple lunch, and I would classify this as one of those everyman type meals. I mean, this is something you can pick up anywhere at the store, and it fits perfectly in the bush pot. It also fits perfectly in this. I mentioned to a friend of mine I wanted to try this out, and here I am. Check it out. I'm gonna make this mac and cheese. Really simple to do, and I'm doing it the easiest way possible with a little Kraft mac and cheese single here. I love these things. I have these for lunch all the time, and it fits perfectly inside the bush pot. Don't need any milk, don't need anything other than some water and some heat. So let's get this set up. I still have my stove and everything in this one because it wouldn't fit with the mac and cheese in there. Like I said, it is windy, so I'm gonna use a canister stove today, and what I'm using is the Fire Maple Blade 2, and there's a story for why I purchased this, and I will go into that maybe in another video. I've been working on trying to put together my own multi-fuel stove setup. One of the things I like about this is it has this extra line. It's much like a generator you would find on a white gas stove. So it takes the fuel and runs it through there, which is, of course, heated up by the flame. So you can use your canister upside down, which is very important in cold weather. I shouldn't have to do that today. And then, of course, I have just a standard MSR isobutane IsoPro. This is their all season. That wind keeps picking up. And it is chilly out. So I'm probably gonna need a windscreen for this. I'm not really sure how the windscreen's gonna hold up because it is windy. And that's the problem with the windscreens. I mean, they literally become a sail, right? When you're doing this stuff. I know I brought a windscreen, found it. Put that pot away. Still using and loving this Helicon Tex haversack. It's great. I've got this extra little pouch on it. I can't remember what exactly it's called, but in here I have pretty much everything I need when it comes to starting a fire. I've got some tinder in here. I've got a Swiss Army knife and of course a ferro rod. But I also have in here the easy way to do it, which is the Bic lighter. What's going to be perfect about this is this not only contains the meal, right, the mac and cheese and everything, and the powder, but it also has a line for measuring how much water you're going to need, and you can eat out of this, and then you can just throw it away. So cleanup is relatively simple with this. So I will prepare this just like it says on the instructions. I will add a little bit more water because I always feel like the amount of water in there is not enough to get the mac and cheese the way I like it. There's one other thing in here. There's this white powder in here, and I did some extensive research, and by extensive research I mean I went to Google and spent about 2 minutes trying to find out what it was. And apparently it's something to help prevent the water from boiling over in the microwave. I haven't had a lot of luck with that. I think about 50% of the time, even if I fill to the line, I still have water that will boil over into the microwave and make a mess. So pretty simple stuff though, right? Mac and cheese, there's a little fill line on it. So like I said, I'm going to use a little extra water, so I'm going to go a little over the fill line. And then normally you just pop this in the microwave and cook it for, I think it's 3.5 minutes, and it'll boil over, and then the water will disappear, and then you have mac and cheese. Like I said, a little extra water in there for this, and I'm just going to pour it right in there. Now, it's important you put the water in when the mac and cheese is in there. That fill line is specifically for when there's mac and cheese in there. And I know this thing is just going to blow away along with everything else I have. Stick it over there. Whew. And we're going to get this started. That wind. This wind is horrible. I don't know if you can see that. That wind is seriously affecting this. So I'm going to put the lid on the bush pot. We're going to set it right on there. Try to set this up. This, of course, just blocks any view you have. There we go. Let's try this. As you can see, I'm fighting with the windscreen already. Just want to protect that. It says it takes about 3.5 minutes. I, of course, did not start a timer because I just didn't. I completely forgot. So we will get this up to a boil. Steaming already. This is just crazy, the wind. That's it. I quit. I'm out. Once this is done, I'm going to dump it back out into the little cup and mix it up in the cup. That way I don't have to worry about making a bigger mess in my bush pot here. But this bush pot is great. I love the fact that they took something that already worked and something that I felt was a perfect design for a pot, and they just made it a little bit smaller. Right? There's obviously a need for this. People like me don't need to take the big bush pot with them everywhere. I'm just making a small meal. This is perfect for this. It's almost boiling. The only way I can get this windscreen to stay up is I've got the fuel canister on one side holding it up, and it's just getting blown directly into the stove and the pot. So it's probably going to be a little hot to pick this thing up. That's what this is for, right? The bandana. I've got a good boil going. Can't see anything. My estimate is probably about a minute more. Stay warm here with this stove and the windscreen. It is important to stir it. It will stick a little bit to the bottom. Noodles are getting there. Pull out a couple noodles and try them out. I think that's just about ready. So my plan with this stove, I'm making it more of a multi-fuel stove. I've got some adapters so I can run this off of different types of fuel. It's just got a standard Lindell valve on it that it connects to on a standard canister stove gas can. Then I've got an adapter to hook it up to propane, and I also have an adapter to hook it up to, you know, those long ISO butane canisters that people are now using in a lot of different stoves. And so far the testing's been really good on that. I am looking at a liquid fuel stove bottle with pump that is compatible and has a Lindell valve connection on it. And once I get that, I will have a true multi-fuel stove setup. It's just a matter of me finding one at a decent price. I think we are ready here. As I mentioned, this is just like the larger bush pot from Self Reliance Outfitters and Pathfinder, and this handle stays up. That is absolutely perfect requirement as far as I'm concerned when you're getting anything with a bail on it. So I'm gonna open this up. Cannot see anything in there, and there's still a lot of water in there, but that's okay. And I got some noodles stuck to the bottom. That's okay too. They will come right out. All right. So, just like it comes out of the microwave, I'm gonna hope the wind doesn't kick up and I lose all my cheese powder, because this is the most important part. Just get that stirred in there. Oh, perfect. I might have a little too much water in there, but that's okay. It'll make it extra cheesy and extra creamy. It looks pretty good, actually. And that's it. It's that simple. Kraft mac and cheese. It is the cheesiest. So this is a very simple way to carry a meal, especially if you're looking for a warm meal out for one person, or if you got kids, you can buy these things in bulk. We get ours at Sam's Club in a big box because, like I said, I really like the stuff and I eat it a lot. Oh, it's hot. It's nice and warm. Cleanup is a breeze. This 1 quart bush pot, awesome. Absolutely love it. This is going to be perfect, and this is going to be part of this haversack kit. But a super simple meal, easy to prepare, easy to make, and it's delicious. It's Kraft mac and cheese. You can't go wrong with Kraft mac and cheese. I know people are going to have issues. Put your issues in the comment with me eating Kraft mac and cheese. It's got to be one of my favorites. I grew up on this stuff. Also, put in the comments any questions you might have. I hope that wind gust actually does show up on the mic. Let me know if you have any questions about this Pathfinder 1 quart bush pot. I also got the new 10-inch skillet, which will be my next video. I'm looking forward to reviewing that, for having a larger skillet to do group meals when I am out car camping. But this is perfect. I can throw this in the backpack or the haversack, take it with me out into the woods, and I know I've got a really good multi-function type pot. It's good for anything. Thanks everybody for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, or if you don't like it, give it a thumbs up anyway, because thumbs up help. I like the thumbs up. And don't forget, while you're down there hitting the like button, go ahead and click the subscribe button and hit the little notification bell so you can get notified when my next videos are coming out. And I'm going to be doing more videos here when the weather gets nicer, since it's slowly getting there. Next weekend, I'll be down at the Midwest Bushcraft Show. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link in the description. It's down in Kansas, and I'm looking forward to spending some time there with friends and seeing all the great presenters that they have lined up for that. So check that out as well. And if you are going to be down there and you happen to see me, feel free to come up and say hi. Thanks everybody for watching. See you in the next video.